So, what I'm going to say here, I don't want you to take it as an expert opinion. This is not, because it's not about Peugeot or brand that I have knowledge, technical knowledge on. No, I don't. Yeah, but you could say, you know, I just as a technician, this is something I observe from a little bit afar. So it's about Kia and Hyundai. Is it Hyundai or Hyundai? Hyundai, whatever. So personally, I don't know. I'm not sure I will advise anybody to buy these cars. Specifically, these third generations, like Kia Optima, uh, Hyundai Sonata, Kia Rio, Hyundai Accent. You know, now I'm not an expert, so I could be wrong here. But from what I've observed, talking to other technicians that work on Japanese cars, yeah, I could say it's not a Japanese vehicle, it's a Korean car, but it seems not to be their engines where I think I do have concern based on what I've observed from users and technicians. They do claim that their engines, and once you overheat, sometimes, okay, I won't say once, but I could say there are some overheating issues that can lead to the death of that engine compared to other models that worst case scenario will be your head gasket. But these ones, for what they are claiming, sometimes it could lead to the end of the engine just because an engine overheated. So I could be wrong, maybe they were exaggerating. So and then some other things, I don't know, it's not just overheating issue. To be honest, sometimes there are a few times where they will start such vehicles in my presence. The sound of their engines, wow, will be like, it's as if the engine they've already grinded, yet they keep running. But from the side, I could tell this engine is just, these engines are just a question of time. They will just give up completely. So what I would say is, yeah, they tend to be cheaper. I'm talking of the entire vehicles, but maybe they are cheaper because of the flash. Their engines probably could be fragile. That's why they are cheap. So do your research well. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm just advising. I could be wrong, but for me, I will advise you do more research before you buy any of these cars. When I mean third generation, I'm referring to like 2010 to 2015, or some even exceeded 2015 up to 2020 or 2017. Remember, I mentioned Kia Rio, Ascent, Optima, Sonata. There are so many of them. If you know any of these brands, Kia or Hyundai, if you know any of their cars that have the same engine in this Kia, Sonata, Optima, all those ones they produce from let's just say from 2010 to 2020. From 2010 to 2020, tread very carefully. Of course, there could be many engines there in those models, so maybe only one or two of those engines they use in these cars have those problems. But from the look of things, it appears most of them tend to suffer these issues. But it's also possible that there are people who have figured out how to use those engines without them giving engine issues, or there could be other problems they do give aside the engines failures. Because from the look of this, I think their engines can't even be repaired. Once they go, that's the end. I could be wrong though, but for me, what is in those cars that will make me choose to buy them when I cannot get in other cars, probably better. Yeah, they look good, but is that all? At least they try, they still do manual transmission for some of their cars, like Kia Rio, compared to other Japanese brands like Toyota, Honda. So most of their cars are no longer manual. But Kia, they still do manual. 6-speed, most of them anyway, even the smaller engines have 6-speed manual. So that's an advantage, but if I won't be able to use that car for long, because I'm just saying, I know they are cheap, but understand why they could be cheap. If you know the right, maybe I'm wrong, correct me in the video description, comment section, or let's hear your own story. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.